Hi, welcome to the next lesson in the Getting Started in Maya series. Today we're going to do some basic animation. So let's get started. Let's create a polygon primitives plane, scale it out a little bit more, move it above the grid. Let's put on a wireframe unshaded and go to edit mesh, extrude, and just extrude it up so there's some thickness to it. And then we can go to create polygon primitive sphere and move that up to right about. Save that, make sure it's going to be on the translate Y at 7. So that should be good. Let's change the frames to 48. Number of frames. Set a keyframe for pressing S on frame 1. Click frame 1 right there. Set a keyframe and go to frame 10 and just actually wait. Yeah, let's undo that and make sure we do freeze transformations on it, and then put a keyframe right there, and then go to frame 10 and move it down to just about right there, just before it goes in to the plane, and we can play that back. And if yours is playing too fast from frame 1 to 10, you can go to the animation preferences on the very right of your timeline and make sure under time slider, make sure it's at real time 24 frames per second. And then it's on frame 10. Let's go to frame 11 and squash it down a little bit and move it down and put a keyframe on frame 11. Do the same on frame 12, squash it down a little bit more, move it down, and then set a keyframe. Frame 13, squash it down, set a keyframe, frame 13, and let's play that back and see what it looks like. It drops down, and then it squashes, it's bouncing, and then on frame 14 we can start squashing it back up. See how that looks. Frame 14, and then move it up a little bit more, put a keyframe on frame 15, move it up a little bit more, put a keyframe on frame 16, and on frame 17 we can move it up, and since we did freeze transformations, what the size was at the beginning, it's locked on 1 on both X, Y, and Z, so we can just change this to 1 and it'll go back to its normal size. And then put a keyframe, and then play that back and play it. See that it squashes, bounces back up. A pretty basic animation. Let's just end this, say 24, move it up to 7. Oh, that's too high. Move it up to 0 and press S and just play that. Put the keyframe frame 22. Put it back up to 0. Let's see how that looks. A little bit too fast. Move back up, 0. There we go. That's good. And it'll just loop around. Change this to 25. Try that. Goes a little bit faster. Just a basic ball animation. Again, next tutorials we'll get into more advanced stuff. This is just showing you how to get started with it. So thanks for watching.